So first and foremost, I want to say thank you for joining. You are seeing me. I'm going to stay myself on video for today, and just to kind of play it, back and forth to seeing what works. I really am here for you so that what we do here at Life Farm corporate office and what we're all about. So let's just go ahead and begin. You are on our weekly business webinar. It is now August 19th. I cannot believe it. I just feel like it was just a week ago, not even like a few days ago, that we were just launching our, time to make it happen theme for the month of August. And now we're near this is our second to our last Wednesday for this month. And I'm just busy myself, and I know that you know that we're here to support you, to give you, best business tips and tricks, and even, training each week. So my goal as your regional sales, a senior manager here for North America and Oceania, and I just want you to know that throughout this live webinar, I do give shout outs, but I want you to know that my job is simply to provide training, to provide systems that works for you, and for you to bring, your new team members on board and have them feel excited about being a part of our company, the culture, the commitment that we have is to make sure that we give you the tools and training that you feel that you need. And of course, we believe that, this business is for you to be able to have residual income. So we're going to talk a little bit about every week is different content and different topics. So again, I've already said hello, who I am, my introduction. I also want to let you know that we welcome all of you who are new, welcome all of you that are coming back every Wednesday. I love seeing your names. I love being able to be able to know that you look forward to this as much as I do. And so as we do this live webinar and my training, I want you to know that I really want to continue to have your feedback. So if there are things that you feel like you want to have on our Wednesday night business training, very specific, like Martha, I want to know more about strategies and how to really build my business with, how to be able to maintain my rank each month. We can get into that. But typically on a Wednesday night, I do strive to just do, how to keep you motivated, what is it that you can be doing better? Because I think in our business, the first thing that I found myself when I'm in this network marketing business is about personal development. I love that this industry is about personal development while also being able to receive and benefit from the financial rewards. So to me, I don't know of any other industry that really rewards us in trying to be better and improving ourselves. And then, of course, being able to have health and wealth. So I think it's just a really amazing opportunity that we do together. And I'm really proud of being in this industry. So tonight, my focus is on, with the theme of time to make it happen. What does that mean? If you haven't noticed the pattern of each month, I really strive to look at what are we doing, as we move forward, as we focus forward, as we look at things that we can do better. We don't want to look backwards. We want to move forward. And so, when it means about time to make it happen, does it mean to be disciplined? How to stay disciplined? How are you organizing it so that you're minimizing distractions? And I think it's so important that we look at being really truthful when we say, are we really maximizing our daily efforts? And what does that look like? And you might have already heard this. You might do your own training with your team, which is awesome. I want you to know that our corporate side is just to be able to align, to give you what we see has been, probably, the behavior of our business, best business practices that we do. Are you doing business income producing activities every day? And what does that look like to you? So my goal is to always make sure that each week it's impactful, that you're getting one or two or three things out of it, and then you apply it and you make it your own. You make it the way that you want to make it. Don't feel that I'm here to be your boss. Please know that I just want you to sit back. I want you to grab a notebook, grab your pen, even yes, take some notes down. Tell me what you like. Take some pictures of the slides. And if you want a copy of this, just so that you know, the end of the webinar, every webinar, I do have a slide that says, if you want a copy of our slides, we're happy to share them with you, to send it to us in an email. I will be honest with you. my response time may be a little bit slower. It's because it's a separate email and I have to actually go into it. It doesn't just notify me that I get an email from you guys. So I also want you to know through our agenda, every time we talk about what we're doing, what we're going to be doing next, and what we want you to be striving to do as an independent business owner. So first thing is I do want you to always feel that you are part of a great family, our Life Farm Global family. Please do not be shy. If you are new, please put your name in the chat room so that we can say hello, that I can say hello to you, that I can give you some shout outs just to welcome you and make sure that you feel right at home here. So let's begin. I know many of you are just looking to see what do we have in store for you? What do we have training in mind for you? So for tonight or today, this week, I really want to look at just saying a few things about, where are we at in our daily disciplines as a network marketer. I think we all agree it's about the mindset. And I think our mindset, we have to check it every day, because I can say throughout the day, throughout the evening, throughout the week, I myself being human, I know that you are as well, that we oftentimes question ourselves. We doubt ourselves. We don't know if we can do it sometimes because we look at other people and we compare ourselves to other people and we say, oh, they've done this for a lot longer and I can't do it because I've only been in this industry, or I've only been with Life Farm for just 1 month, 1 year, and look at that person has done it a lot longer. That's where I want you to know the first thing you've got to do is really have a strong daily discipline of your mindset. You've got to have a strong mindset that when you grow personally, when you grow with the personal development, you're putting, you're pouring into yourself first so that you can then pour into others. Would you agree with me? So I love it when you work on your own mind and make it strong every day, and that when you grow mentally and you're there, then others are going to want to follow you and want to join your business. I also believe you have to take the time to invest and apply these disciplines, and do not cheapen, meaning do not put yourself down that you cannot achieve what you want to. You have to believe so that you will achieve. And I think that's so catchy, but I know it's so true. And yes, that means spending time and money on the things that make you better so that you can inspire and lead your team to accomplish more. And I think it's those three simple things: read, watch, and listen. And I know that to many of us, we see us as strong in all these areas. But I'm going to say there are times when right now I haven't been reading as much, and it's time for me to get back to reading at least one book a week. I don't know if you are out there, one of you that are just avid readers and you're strong and be able to discipline yourself, but I think that's where you have to ask yourself, where am I strong and where am I not strong? Where I'm strong, keep staying strong doing that. But where I'm weak, that I need to learn, I need to listen, I need to watch other people, then do it. You've got to work on your areas of weaknesses so that they can become your strengths. Okay, now let's talk about how are you really organizing your day. I know we think we are organizers, but I tell you, none of us are born with just having that organizational skills. I just know we have to learn this behavior and learn this habit. By organizing your time first, you will then be able to organize your daily life. And when I say daily life, I mean life. I don't mean just Life Farm business. I mean your entire life. We know you have family. We know that you have downtime, at least you should. We know that you need to take a break from work, which is your business, so that you can enjoy all the hard work you put into the business with the residual income that you've received, right? That's the whole point of being in this industry, is that you have to have a balance. So I think daily consistency in organizing your time is the key to your business. So how many of you, before I go to the next slide, how many of you know how to block your time? How many of you have currently blocked time? Do you know that I have leaders that specifically have worked so hard in the first 5 years of their business that they can then take off for 3-4 days and never have to think about business, and they get to enjoy their time with their friends, with their family, to be on their vacations, to take a break from work, take a break from the business, right? I think that's so huge that you do need to remember that is the reason why we're in this business. So when I say organizing your day, I want you to be effective. I want you to know that we all have the same 24 hours, which we all have heard that saying. Now, blocking your time is huge. So scheduling your days by making sure you have a time frame. So I'm just giving you a visual. What you can do. What are you setting your time to doing consistently every day? I find it that if you are a busy mom or busy, with your other job, you only have a small window. So that small window needs to be very much maximizing your time. So keep your activities simple and with the time frame. And do not, remember, we want you to be productive. So take the time to be productive. So if you are not the person that organizes every day, then my challenge to you right now is to do so. Get a calendar, get something that works for you. If you're a person that does everything by phone, then organize everything by phone, put it on your calendar. And 30 minutes of organizing every day is huge. So to me, when I have had my own businesses before joining the corporate side, I have blocked from basically from 8 to 10. It is my prep time, my throughout my day, what I'm going to be doing. I plan throughout my day at between the hours of 8 to 10. And then I go right into prospecting, cold calls, and then like about 4 o'clock is my break. So from about 10 to 4, I am working, and then from about 4 to 5, I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a little bit break, get ready for, my dinner, what I need to do, right? And then before dinner, I actually like to just go and do another touch with somebody to be like, hey, is this a good time? Because oftentimes they'll be like, you both know that you're going to be busy with dinner, so you'll be like, I only have 15 minutes, and you're like, perfect, I only have 15 minutes for you, so that works out so that we can then say goodbye, thank you, and then go enjoy your dinner. So I'm going to talk about time blocking. I think the purpose of time blocking is so vital. I don't know if you know what that is, but I think it's so important to look at doing this. Okay. One thing you've got to do is you do not have the perfect time to do everything. So blocking the time is important. So example, 8 to 12 is a 4-hour block. That might be too long for some of you. So do it every 2 hours. Every 2 hours, you're going to make 5 phone calls. Okay. So you block from 8 to 10 to 5 calls, from 10 to 12, 5 calls, from 12 to 2, 5 calls, right? 2 to 4, 5 calls. Are you getting my drift? Are you getting what I'm saying? You've got to do this in order to build your business, right? You need business income producing activities. What are those activities? Prospecting, definitely. Reaching out to your team, looking at your reports, seeing what's going on, knowing who's new to your team. And yes, you've got to have the partnership with your upline and with your downline. You've got to know when it's your time to help them too, the right time to help them. So you've got to ask them, are you okay with me reaching out to your people too? Because I'm still a leader and I want to let them know that I'm happy that they joined our team. Something like that, something very simple. Now, you've got to take charge of your time. So don't let time take charge of you. Imagine, let me ask you this. At a doctor's office, how many of us have gone to the doctor's office and they really make us wait for them, don't they? They make us wait until they're ready, even though they pretty much, we said we scheduled a 11 o'clock appointment with them. Sometimes they don't see us till maybe like 11:30 or 11:45, and you're like, wait a minute. Did you ever, I've always said this to my doctors, imagine if I billed you for the time that you made me wait. I waited my time is valuable. My time is precious too. So I find it very interesting that in our business, we've got to look at that. Our time is money. Our time is about how much are we spending, because if we're spending it on the wrong activities, think about it. Are we really growing our business if we're doing wrong business producing activities? Because they're not really not producing income for you. So keep that in mind. Time blocking. So here's what I want to talk about. You've got to schedule this. I love this example. I love visually. I've had some leaders tell me, you know what? I need to block every hour. Great. So every hour, what are you doing? Do you know exactly what you're doing every hour? Some leaders are so structured that they know every hour for an 8-hour period what they're doing. Fantastic. I think that's awesome. But I also want you to know that, you want to prioritize and you want to be able to give yourself the time. So an hour block is great, but that is a lot of commitment. How about doing a 2-hour block? How about doing a 4-hour block? Doing a 3-hour block? Doing what you can do, but don't sell yourself short, meaning do not be lazy. The whole reason to time block is that you commit, you put it down, and you write down what you're going to do. You say what you're going to do by your time blocking. What I mean by that is basically your commitment to your schedule. It is up to you to see what you can do in each day, every day. If you are not productive, then it's really on you. You can't blame your upline. You can't blame the company. You can't blame the compensation plan. You can't blame the fact that, there's too much going on in this world, because you've got control and you have the discipline. So to me, staying disciplined means to stay organized. Would you agree with me? And if not, it's okay too. I invite you. My goal is to always be impactful in my training. I invite you to challenge yourself and take your scheduling, your daily routines to the next level. I'm going to share something that's just kind of cool. We want you to get to know a little bit more about who we are. And I work closely with our marketing team. As a matter of fact, this particular team member. I want you to know that he spends every Tuesday and every Wednesday with me every week, so that we get together, we collaborate, and we figure out and we determine. And he creates these slides for me. Okay, I do spend time, over an hour and a half with him, and then we block time for each other every Tuesday, and then I follow up with him on Wednesday, and then I block almost from about 4:30 to right on about 5:45 to spend what I feel is important to deliver my training every week for you. Now, this gentleman who is so amazing, he shared with me something that I wanted just to give to you. These are in his own words, the benefits of time blocking. And while he's an employee of ours, you know what? He's a busy young man himself, right? He's got a family. He comes to work. He gives his honest 8-10 hours a day, and then he goes home. But the reason I was talking to him yesterday, when I said, I really want to talk about time blocking, because some people don't do it and some people do. And he said, you know what, Martha, I started doing time blocking and I found it to be so effective. And I said, well, MJ, tell me more. What do you mean by that? And he goes, hey, before, when I didn't write down, if I didn't block, I felt like that I was getting more done when I was just, in my head. And it's actually the reverse. When you write out what you're going to do and you block it in chunks, you actually get to accomplish it more. And that's exactly what MJ was able to experience. And he really said it really pushed him as an accountability. It made him see that he is accountable for his actions and what he has put down, or his commitments. And he said that one thing that was really, really amazing to me is that he found that he has more time because he actually was able to block time. Isn't that ironic that you actually have more time to do when you block time? So leaders, if you do that, that's awesome. If you're one of those that haven't done that, my challenge to you is find more time by blocking the time that you are doing with your business. So that's it for me on that. What about power hour? Have you heard of the term power hour? Power hour is pushing through something in 1 hour. What are you wanting to do? I remember in the days when I used to do cold calls. Yes, I am a salesperson. I used to, for 5 years, I did an online business where I was calling random people, whether they were leads coming from me or I would just pick up a phone book and I started calling from A to Z. And I would just be like, hi, my name is Martha. I'm just wanting to just find out a little bit more about you. I would get the clicks, right? They would hang up on me. It was like, okay, I'm not taking it personal. No personal. But what I mean by what is your power hour is getting 1 hour a day that's going to be your power, that you are going to do you're going to work the hardest and the smartest. Doing that every day is so important. So for me in business, there's no excuse. You've got to set aside a power hour. Whatever that power hour is, that's when you're going to connect with your customers. That's when you're going to reach out. And I like to do it in a 15 minutes increment. So I spend 15 minutes and scheduling that with somebody and letting them know how serious I am with my time and that I'm serious as a business owner and as a business leader, that I'm giving them my 15 minutes. So you've got to let them know that you value their time as much as you want them to value your time. So setting up a time that will be your power hour. What does that look like? It could be before the first hour you get up, maybe the second hour that you wake up, that you really know you're going to push through and you're going to make 5 phone calls, 5 contacts a day. Okay. Now I've shared a lot about, bits and pieces about my life. People have asked me, why do you love doing this part of your of being the corporate side? Because I have been on your side. I have built and I have lost, I've lost my businesses before. And, it's just ironic that to me, what I really believe now is because I get to validate you. I didn't have that when I was building my own business. Nobody was there to pat me on the shoulders and say, hey, gosh, you earned that much. Great job. I was kind of like my own self motivator. What I love to do now is to be able to instill in you as leaders that you can do this and that it's more powerful for me to see that you started with the very beginning of your business and look to see what you've done with your business because of the support that you're getting, not only the support you're getting giving to others, but the support that you're getting from us. So Power Hour is so huge because that is the one thing that I did consistently for 5 years. I did it for 5 years, and I will tell you, it really made my business exponentially. It grew. If you do this, and when you do this, not an if, but when you do this, you will see that you put in the effort, you'll maximize your business growth. So let me ask you this. Are you breaking down? Now, I gave you like your power hour. I gave you the time blocking as just kind of some ways to really business tips and tricks for you. Some things that I've done in coaching, some different style, different, management style, different time management, different personality, different ways of building. I've been able to coach business leaders this way as well. I say, hey, what are you doing? Do you have a system? Are you, if you can't do it daily, it's okay. Start with a week. Can you do this per week? And they'll say, yes, Martha, I can do this per week. Then awesome. Here's kind of the calendar or the scheduling that I put out there, and it worked for them. You begin your prospecting, you're connecting on week one. That's all you do. Your focus is just on that. Your week two, then you're going to look at your priorities and you're going to follow up with the people that you prospected and connected with from week one. So strictly week two, that's all you're going to do. So block that time that you're going to do. Week three, now you want to really see, are they ready to enroll? Help your prospects, see if they're ready. And let them know, hey, you know what? I'm going to get back to you in 2 weeks. I'm going to ask you, are you ready to get started? You want them to know what you're doing because you're the business leader. When they see that you're serious about spending the time and that you're going to follow up with them, they're going to be like, wow, that person remembered and that person really does want to help me. And it's not in a way that you have to be like really sleazy and salesy, like, that kind of like pushy, but you just want to be like very clear and firm with them. Like, I'm here to reach out to you because, I committed that I would, and now I am. That's it. I think week 4, when you do help somebody, or even if you don't have somebody yet on your team, I think it's really important that you plug yourself as someone new to a virtual training, to attend something with you, to do a social. Right now people are still so worried about, as we should be, right? They're so worried in that, that close proximity. But I have seen businesses that are being very creative, and you can do a backyard, you know, gathering for 5 people or less. Do something that gives you that social balance, but also know that you want to invite them to do something, either attend the event virtually or invite them to watch a video, invite them to, follow us on Facebook, invite them to our product webinar. It's got to be about your consistency each week. Does that help? Now, I don't know what you know when it comes to the 10X rule. Um, I love reading about different motivational speakers, network marketers in our industry, whether they are part of Life Farm or not. So I had the opportunity many years ago to go to one of his trainings, and I just am it profoundly changed my business and my mind. And I think this is something that we've got to do when we talk about power and the 10X rule. So I'm just going to share this with you. We strive when we are disciplined and we are organized, then we can give ourselves the best, and the best effort is at a 10X rule. That means 10 times what you're doing currently. So the 10X rule is simply 2 things. You should set your targets for yourself that are 10 times greater than what you believe you can achieve. For example, I had an exercise where we wrote down, okay, what you currently earn, and then write it 10 times what you see yourself earning, and put it out there on your vision board. Is that doable? If you say to yourself, I'm just going to call 3 people today, then I'm going to challenge you that you're going to have to 10 times that, because the ratio, the probability, it's just simple math, right? Duplication. If you keep trying, you'll get to that one person. So to me, don't just settle for what you say you're going to do today or this week. You've got to look at yourself and saying, can I push myself and do 10 times what I've committed myself to doing? So that's maximizing your efforts. That is really accelerating your growth, your business growth. Another thing is you should take actions that are 10 times greater than what you believe are necessary to achieve your goals. So the targets are income, right? Targets are me, I'm going to talk to, 5 people today. Well, no, now it's going to be 10 times that. So I'm going to talk to 50 people today. And with that, will I achieve it? Yes, I think I will. Should you take actions that are 10 times? You should take action. So I'm going to run 1 mile. So let's 10 times it. Maybe 10 times the number, or just really give it more. Push myself to doing more than just 1 mile. So your actions and your targets have to be pushed at above where you think you can do. Because when you think you can only do so small, you're going to only be doing it small. Does that make sense? What we think it, that's what we are. I think that you can do it great, and that you can go and make, that $15,000 a month. You got to write that down. I think it's so important that you write down what you want to earn, not what you're earning currently. And this has made a huge difference in the business that I did many, many years ago as a real estate business owner. Now, I think the last thing that I think is so key that I hear so often, and I'm having to do this myself, is don't overwork yourself. Work smarter, not harder. And we often, because we're overachievers possibly, or because we're our own business owners, nobody's telling us, hey, it's time, you don't need to clock in and out. So, you lose track of your time. So organizing your time will help you figure out what takes higher priority for you. And I think staying organized is not something that you get to do overnight and get to perfect overnight or get to really see progress overnight. So I want you just to look at one thing that you feel right now you're not working smarter on. And I'm going to ask you right now to write down what you're going to do differently so that you're actually being more effective. So if you're spending more time with someone that you feel that's not going to, be a part of Life Farm, or you're struggling with something, then stop. Just leave it alone and move on to something else so that you can feel that you've accomplished something else, and don't keep spinning your wheels, because we know insanity, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over again and not getting the results, or getting the results that you want. Okay. So take these tips and make them your habits one by one. Soon you'll become more organized and more productive. Those are some of my tips on what I feel are just very important in terms of how do you stay disciplined, how do you stay organized, how do you remove distractions? Because distractions are everywhere. It happens to all of us, to the best of us. We can chase squirrels all the time, but then what happens? We lose sight on what we want to get accomplished. So getting your first thing is getting your time block is huge, and then making sure you schedule your power hour every day, even if it's just for 30 days. I would invite you right now to commit to this if you have not done this before. If you have done it before and you've fallen short on it, then get back up and do it. Just say, I'm going to do this for 30 days, Martha. Or if you're not ready for a daily commitment, then just a weekly calendar, weekly layout of your business plan, your business goals. Okay, this week is what I'm going to do for this week. So now, when are you going to do it? You just have to then schedule that out. So as a reminder, we have promotions. I want to let you know this is currently part of what we're offering is our free shipping for our new customers. On a new enrollment of 100 CV or more, you get the free shipping when you're on auto delivery. And yes, I do realize that we have many of you that do that for your new people, and then that we get the cancellations going. One thing that I will say to you as we are moving towards promotions that I'm working very hard to announce at our virtual training academy, our Life Farm training, event next Saturday, August 29th, is that we really want to ensure the integrity of our promotions. So we really believe that, much is given, much is required, right? So I believe our company is very generous. Would you agree with what we offer in products and our compensation plan and the support? I feel like this is our time to really let you as IBOs know that, it's really about getting people and helping them that want to get started with the products experience and that truly know the benefits of auto delivery. So I'm going to talk to you about auto delivery and what are the advantages of our Advantage program. Yes, our auto delivery Advantage program has been around for quite some time, and I really believe we need to talk more about it because it is something that will help your business volume grow. And this is a benefit for you and for them, because why? So that they can get the deeper discount. They can also be a part of, the products directly to them. They don't have to worry about. They will be able to stay active in earning commissions with our company, and that they qualify for more promotional offers and bonuses. Did you know that you need to be on 100 CV in order to be able to have the promotions that we have available most of the time, the business promotions that we offer? And also, did you know about our free product gift when you maintain 100 CV auto delivery? And I will tell you something. These are just our suggested packs to get somebody started on their first 100 CV pack, or even to help them see what we offer. And these are packs that offer free shipping anyways, right? Because they're over 100 CV for auto delivery, which is a huge thing. So why not talk to them about this stuff? And I will say that we are looking at ways to improve our Advantage program. So if you have suggestions that you feel like we can implement, please send them to me. at marthaw@lifefarm.com, because I want to hear from you. I want to know what we can do to get you more excited about helping your newest people and your organization to stay on auto delivery, especially with the Advantage program. And I can tell you one thing too that I'm very proud of, and we will share this more with statistics and data because I love data, is that since I've been a part of Life Farm, the one thing that I did see, and that we really were working towards is, the advantage to go from 80 to 100. And I remember some of our leaders going, "That's just so hard. Why are you doing this?" And I'm just going to tell you, what's amazing to watch is we make it hard because we don't give it a go and shot and really speak confidently about it. Because I will say, since last year at this time, from comparing our auto delivery at 100 CV for our market that we are a part of, we've actually increased it by 90%. Yes, 90%. That means people, meaning even yourselves, might have doubted the fact that you could do this. But that's because what happened is that we moved forward with it. And before you know it, all those objections, all those, you know, worries that we thought we would have with our customers, honestly, honestly, it's very minimal because we got to see for ourselves. Data shows that we have more people on auto delivery now than we did last year at a 90% increase. That means you are all doing such a fantastic job doing what you love to do, is getting people excited about our products and having that amazing product experience. Would you agree with me? So I know I'm sharing a lot because I want to really help you understand what this is all about when it comes to business building. I know that many of you have asked me to, like, why am I not training more on, strategies behind volume, rank advancements? Because one thing about us on corporate, we're here to be aligned with you with support and training. And if you feel like you do not understand the compensation or how to really leverage rank advancements, then that's where you can come to us on a one-on-one. One thing I've learned from this industry is that we're here to be your corporate partners. We're not here to tell you how to do your business. And I would never want somebody to say to me, "Oh my gosh, Martha, you told me to put this person here, or you told me to do it this way, and I'm not making the money that you told me." Then that's going to fall on me. So that's very something that I'm very, very aware of. So that's why, if you want and when you want one-on-one business coaching, we are happy to give that to you. And that's when we can help you and guide you. But you're never going to hear me say, "You need to do this in order to make this kind of money," because it varies. And that's why it's so important that when you do participate in our weekly business tips and training, it is just tips and training to help you be better and growing and becoming the best leader that you can be and the best leader for your team. And so with that, I really want to encourage you. Our company does spend a lot of resources on building and making our back office better. It doesn't mean we're going to do everything that you wanted us to do all the time. I am going to be very honest with you, but I can definitely share with you that one thing that I have found in this industry that is so the same in other with other companies, but what makes us stand us apart from everybody else. I had somebody that just joined our company a few weeks ago as a photographer. We hired her as a photographer. She doesn't even know that I'm talking about her. But one thing she shared with me is that, "Martha, I can't believe you guys do give trainings every week." I said, "Yeah, why shouldn't we?" She goes, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "And then you do one-on-one coaching." I'm like, "Yes, if our leaders want one-on-one coaching, that's my job. I can do business coaching, you know." And then she goes, "Wow," because many people pay a lot of money to hire a business coach to help them. And that's what I did before Life Farm. I was a business consultant where I got paid per hour to help a startup business, and to see what they can do. And why am I sharing this with you? Because I want you to know that you have in your own tools, in your own back office, the ability to be able to be an expert, to be able to work through all these reports and to identify your areas of your organization that needs more help. And that's something that I want to challenge you today, because if you don't know, if you're not reaching out and saying, doing birthdays to your teams, sending, messages on anniversaries, or hey, welcome, welcome. We're so glad that you're part of our Life Farm family. If you're not reaching out to those renewals or your first time sponsors, I think you're doing yourself and your business a huge disservice. And that's where I see right here is where you can begin. If you're not organized yet, this is where you can start organizing, is go into every report and check it out and commit every week to checking out these reports, whether it's a Monday or whether it's a Friday. For me, if I were you, every Monday I would open up all my reports. I would see what I need to do. And by Friday, I would see where I'm at with looking at my reports and who I've reached out to. So with that, yes, this is recorded. Yes, you get to look and watch over all the other ones and review the product webinars, the business trainings, our virtual back office training tutorials that we do. And this is something that I want you to understand about our Share mobile app. I have our team here that will tell me when they get calls from our customers or even from our IBOs, and they're like, oh, well, why don't you have the latest version of the videos, product testimonials anywhere that I can find, because they're not in the back office? Well, because we have a Share mobile app. We have a Share mobile app where you can seriously look at all the opportunity videos there. You can look at the Refi videos and you can share it. And they are clean and they're polished. So it's really there, but that's where I find that this tool is not being utilized. I cannot tell you, and I've shared this before, but these tools are for you for free. This is something that I encourage you, I implore you to encourage the newest person when you get them started with Life Farm. Take their phone, download the Share mobile app, spend 15 minutes with them and show them, look, these are videos from our company. We've got a video on Omnia. Yes, we have fact sheets on Omnia, Refi. We have our product information from the fingertips of just the Share mobile app. So I'm sorry that I'm sounding really preachy. I don't mean to be. I'm just very passionate because I do believe that this is one of the tools that are not being utilized by many, many of you and many of our IBOs, because I can actually pull the usage of this tool, and I can actually see who is sharing, who is posting, who is actually utilizing this Share mobile app. So my invitation to you, as a reminder, please use these social media posts. They're for you, and we want you to use them so that your business can be successful. And so then let me close with what's next. What's next is every Monday. I know many of you have said, okay, it's the same thing. That's the whole intention of the Mondays. It's the same slides, and it's me, because no one else so far wants to present. But I want you to know, we want you to be the leaders to present. We want you to have it so that your guests can see you presenting. So whenever you're ready, just raise your hand, reach out to me, and I'm happy to put a Monday night for you to be the leader and the presenter. Sounds good? Then our next Wednesday will be our last Wednesday of the month of August. I know there's a lot of you going, wow, what do we have? What's next? What's next? I'm constantly trying to work so that we can be ready for the big what's next. So the big what's next is, yes, our virtual business boot camp. It is August 29th, and we do have a lineup of some amazing featured IBOs sharing their success stories, as well as what we want you to do to really finish, the rest of the year strong. So with that said, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. It is with such great excitement and such appreciation that I know that because of you, I continue to keep wanting to be better at what I do. So Curtis, thank you for joining. Don, thank you. Ethel, James, Joan, thank you so much. Laszlo, Luza, I'm sorry if I'm not saying the name correctly. Nina, Robin, I really want to appreciate you and from the bottom of my heart. And of course, really, we are in this together, this business. We want to see you succeed. So please, please continue to let us know what we can do better. And at any time you would like to present on our Wednesday night with me or share your success story with me, we want you to be able to do that with this platform. All right. So good night, good day, good morning, good afternoon. Stay blessed, stay healthy. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. And I look forward to our next time that we spend together on our webinar. Same time, not same, well, yeah, actually, same time, same Zoom next Wednesday. And take care.